welcome into Scappy's Arcade. Tonight we're going to be playing Gorgar just for fun. Some high score attempts here tonight. Did a little rearranging with the camera setup, so hopefully the glares aren't too bad, and we've got a good view of the back box and a decent view of the play field, and hopefully you can hear me okay. The camera with the microphone's a little bit farther away, but I think this will work okay. Anyway, just some fun high score attempts tonight. Goal in my head is to try to get 300,000. High score on this machine right now is 478,000. The default high score when you set up this game is 500,000, and it's been a long time since I've reached that score on this game. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky tonight. Anyways, this is Williams Gorgar from 1979. This is Scappy's Arcade. My name's John. Friends call me Scappy. And here we go. I am running a direct audio feed from the game again tonight. I did make some tweaks on that. Let me know if it sounds a little too loud coming out of your speakers. Almost lost the ball on that left out lane there. That is one thing about this game, is the out lanes on this thing are ruthless. Go pool already. Am I saying that right? Go poo already. Okay. Thanks for the follow. That's a fun username. Welcome into Scappy's Arcade. Try some more fiber. So scoring on this game, oops, you really want to try to get these 3 drop targets in the center knocked down. That will light up a pop bumper and make the pop bumpers worth more. There's those out lanes again. Sound is good, thanks. Yeah, when I switch from game to game, I have to tweak it a little bit, and sometimes I forget, and I think it was a little too quiet on Sunday morning when I was last streaming this game. Not too bad for a first attempt here tonight. Let's go ahead and log that for our high score today. 162,690. There we go. This game is from 1979, and in honor of this game, I'm wearing my not licensed, sort of representative Gorgar t-shirt that I bought off of Etsy, I believe. About the best that they could do without getting an official license, I guess. This was the first talking pinball machine. And the voice in this game is a sample of someone in a studio, you know, laying down these tracks. Not some sort of speech synthesis. And when this game first came out, speech was optional. Matter of fact, the sound effects were optional. You could switch between the sound effects and just generic beeps. At the time that this game came out, there were some pinball purists who didn't like all those fancy arcade games coming out, or arcade sounds coming out of a pinball machine. So you had the option where you could switch between generic beeps or the different sound effects that are in this game. And you could either get your game with the speech or without. Now, I am far from the first owner of this game, so I don't know if this game originally had the speech with it when it was in the arcade, or whether that was something that was added on. I don't have any history to no history documented to that. There's no serial number on the soundboard, so I don't know if it was original to the game or not. I have no reason to believe it wasn't, but I just don't have any proof that it was. But yeah, there's a little dip switch on the soundboard where you can just have generic, I guess, digital chimes. They don't really sound too much like chimes. Maybe next time I stream this game, I'll open it up and I'll flip that switch and give a little example of what it sounded like without the sound effects and speech. By the time this came out, it was pretty much the third generation of solid-state pinball that they had. This is a System 6 board. The very earliest digital systems they had were System 3 and System 4. And in fact, some of Williams' earlier solid-state machines actually had a dummy score reel down in the bottom, so you'd hear the clicking sounds. So it would sound like some of the older pinball machines that people were used to. Yeah, outlanes on this game are a killer. We're setting low scores instead of high scores right now. As time goes on, we'll start hopefully raising the high score here a little bit. I don't have it written down, but my all-time high score on this game is, I believe, around 800,000. So one of the things I'm really trying for is to get these three drop targets right here. When those are down, each time you get it down, it's going to light another pop bumper and increase the value. Get all three pop bumpers lit. The next time you get GAR down, it gives you 5,000. Completing GOR and GAR is going to increase the value right here for this kick out. And every time you knock down the GOR targets, it's going to increase the snake pit value. Hitting targets around the game is going to increase your bonus value. Your bonus multiplier, this 2x and 3x, is increased by making A, B, and C up top. Every time you complete 1, 2, 3, 4, you light a star here. Completing D and E down here will spot you one of the 1, 2, 3, or 4. After you've completed 1, 2, 3, and 4, let's see. Yeah, after you complete that, it's going to light these arrows alternating, and when you hit the target that's got the arrow on it, you are awarded a special or a free play. Oh boy, did I set another low score? I did. 46,920.
Gorgar.
This is the second oldest game in my collection. The first oldest being from 1971. That's Williams Honey. That's a electromechanical game. This is also the game I've had the second longest. This was the first solid state game I purchased. It came to me as a project. Didn't have working sounds and had some blown fuses and needed some work done on the boards, but it's been bulletproofed and it works quite nicely. Hey, welcome in, Borg Dog. Yes, Gorgar. Ooh, Gorgar with these outlanes that are killer. I was half tempted to remove the rubbers on these posts just to see, well, I mean, I know what would happen. I wouldn't get as many drains, but that'd be cheating. Did I set a new low score? I didn't set a new low score. That's good. Goal tonight is to try to get around 300,000 because the way I've been playing lately, that would be quite a stretch. There is a tilt bob in this game, so if I nudge it, you will hear it. Just barely touched that spinner and didn't even get a full spin out of it. Oh, almost went all the way around. Now, that's another thing on the games of this era is they've got these one-way switches on the far out lanes. Once you go down, you can't come back up them because that switch will stop the ball. Whereas your in lanes here, the switch can be activated either way. But if you try to go up through this lane, it's not going to let it. It's going to stop the ball and force it right back down. I don't know when Williams stopped doing that. I know my Space Shuttle doesn't have that. Space Shuttle, you could go back up if you got lucky enough, it would go. But, yeah. Is that another low score? No. Good. I don't want to put any more low scores in. I want to put high scores in. Oh, no saving it from that one. Oh, man. Didn't tilt it, so I still got my bonus. no coming back from that one.
Gorgar.
So Saturday night, I'm going to be heading north of here, up north of Syracuse, New York, for a Five Strikes tournament, and it's at a little place that just opened to the public back in January, where the guy has 50 of the games from his collection in one giant garage, and they range everything from 50s and 60s EMs all the way up to I think the newest game he has there is Stern Ninja Turtles. But most of it is 80s and 90s solid state games. So they do have a few games from this era. They have a Williams Tri-Zone. They've got, what's the one with the banana flippers disco themed? They've got that one. So there are some games that were from the very late 70s, early 80s there that might be part of the tournament as well. Oh. Yeah, there's another low score. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. That's Saturday night. A little place called Rainville's Hideaway. Around Easter time, I participated in a tandem tournament up there, and ended up taking first place in that. And it was lots of fun. It was no high stakes or anything like that. Just a fun tournament that didn't carry any points or anything like that. But it was fun playing all the different games one-handed, working one flipper with someone else working the other flipper. Yeah. I suppose technically when I turned the machine on, I had my low score of 0 right there. This game still has the original playfield on it. I didn't hard top it. I'm not going to. The artwork is still pretty good on it. I mean, it's got some planking and lots of ball swirls and all that fun stuff, but we all get to look a little rough when we get this old.
Gorgar. Gorgar.
I didn't set a low score, didn't set a high score, so that's good. About the only things I've done to this game, other than bulletproofing the boards, is I added some more light underneath this plastic. There was only one little light here, so I added light there. I want to add some light right here as well. I did add an out-hole light on it, but otherwise it's pretty much original. It's got warm white LED lighting up top. The back glass is a replacement that I picked up 2 years ago. The original one was missing a bit of paint. So this is a Williams replacement back glass that they had redone maybe in the 80s, I think. But I specifically sought this version out because, yikes, because it has the mask missing behind the 1 to 4 can play, so that can light up. The original back glasses that came out on this game, that part was masked. Even though there was a light in the back box there, it wouldn't light up. So I guess this is like the corrected back glass. And this is the variation of the playfield where the letters D and E are green, not red. Those inserts came in red on some versions of the playfield as well. Come on, let's get up that spinner. Oh! There we go. Wasn't a direct hit, but it was good enough. Oh! Off the tip of the flipper. 238 even. I'll take it. I don't know if any of you guys are in the Northeast, but there's a show coming up in Allentown, Pennsylvania in 2 weeks, Pinfest. That's where I picked up the back glass for this Gorgar, and I'm planning on picking up a new back glass for my space shuttle while I'm down there. Right now I just have a translite in my space shuttle, and I'd like to get a replacement back glass that has mirroring on it. The back glass that came with my space shuttle was flaking really badly, so that's off in a box for now. Ah! About a year ago, I rebuilt the pop bumpers and the flippers on this, and I like the way it plays. Ooh, although I think that sometimes that these slingshots are just a little too punchy. They can send that ball right over to the outlane on you. I think that's why I don't get such high scores on this anymore. So I basically did the out hole kicker here. I did both slingshots, both flippers, and all three pop bumpers. I took them all apart, replaced the coil sleeves, cleaned and greased everything else, replaced worn linkages. The pop bumper bodies and skirts are brand new. Jungle Queen. Was that a Gottlieb game? Pretty sure I got this back glass from Mayfair Amusements. Yeah, you know, I kind of like the mechanical parts of the game to work like they were new. You know, obviously this game had been en route for a while. The original back glass had a sticker on it with the vendor name, and when I sold the back glass, I left the sticker on there for the next owner. It was a vendor out of Ithaca, New York. But I have no idea how long this game had been en route or anything like that. I know that the person I bought it from had got it from a friend, and it just never worked right for them. So when I bought it, all it would do is it would light up and it would boot up into audits. but it wouldn't do anything beyond that. Someone had installed a separate transformer for the lights. There were fuses blown. There were a couple transistors that were open. All the coils were good. Soundboard needed a new CPU chip. I ended up putting NVRAM on this, taking the battery holder off. But I like projects. And I'm keeping my eyes open right now for a space station project. That's the game I want next. But to be honest, if I see another System 11 game that's in my budget, it might come home with me.
Gorgar.
274, 510. Getting closer to that 300,000. Yeah, boy, you know, all four of my games are Gottlieb's, or not Gottlieb's, are Williams games, so I wouldn't even know, who your best option would be to find a Gottlieb backglass, other than the usual, like Mayfair and what's the other big one there that's got a lot of reproduction. Shea. You might want to look, if Shea and Mayfair don't have it, then that's going to be a tricky one to find. I guess Shea's got a new distributor now.
Got you.
Oh, one of the other things I did on this game is when I redid the pop bumpers, I got some of those round circuit board, the LED discs to go in my pop bumpers from Comet. And I like the way they light up the pop bumper bodies. I have them cranked all the way up. But I did warm white on those. Everything topside is warm white, including the flasher. $155, not bad. Yeah, 2 Black Knight. Is that where it's 2 projects for the price of 1? And you can probably get a good one out of that? I was looking at that ad too. At one time I had the goal of trying to pick up all the Williams games that were in the Pinball Hall of Fame video game series. I got 2 of them. I got Gorgar and Space Shuttle. Wouldn't mind having a fun house, but the price of those has gone through the roof. They can't all be high scores, right?
Gorgar.
I actually I work a second job on the weekends. It's a kind of a seasonal job, but I work that job just for pinball money. So that goes into my account, and I kind of keep track of what I've earned over the year and set up my little pinball budget. And I didn't buy a pinball machine last year, but I did put a little bit of work into some games last year, so it kind of offset it a little bit. For 4 years in a row, I had bought a pinball machine each year. Last year was the first year I didn't buy a pinball machine.
Gorgar.
Oh, almost cashed that in. Ideally, I'd want to hit that spinner before I get the snake pit, because if I get that snake pit, it's going to probably take the 1,000 points off the spinner. Alright, come on, let's get that spinner. Oh, yeah, I've already lost 1,000 points on the spinner because my bonus is over 10,000. Once you hit 20,000 on your bonus, the spinner isn't lit for 1,000 anymore. Alright, so still trying to get 300,000 here. And if I get 300,000, I'll go for 400,000. Astute viewers will notice this game is not on free play. And that's because I like hearing the knocker, and if you put this game on free play, you don't get the knocker anymore. So as soon as I get 11,000 points, it awards me another credit. But I like hearing the knocker.
Gorgar, we got you.
Boy, it likes to go right down the center of the play field after you get that snake pit. I swear this game is level, but the play field is not necessarily true and flat. I think it's got a little bit of a warp to it. I think we're all a little warped in one way or another. Oh, man! Nice score, though. Oh, man! Don't do that to me. And of course, that old habit dies hard. I keep trying to change those lanes up there with the flipper, and that doesn't do anything on this game. 250. Good game. If I didn't mess up the second and third ball, I might have had another high score. And yes, matches turned on this game, and I just awarded another credit.
Gorgar.
I think next time I stream this game, I will switch it to the generic sounds just for the fun of it. Turn off the speech and sound effects and let it go generic.
Got you.
Borg Dog, I took your advice and bought, well, not necessarily your advice, but I decided to copy you and get the heavier duty mic stand to hold my cameras. And I'm using that tonight. And it is working quite nicely. Much sturdier than the little rinky-dink mic stand I had, and it's not drooping as I play. I've got the nice angles I want, and the cameras are staying where I put them. Just need to pick up a better microphone. $28. Oh! Still within? Okay. This game is half on carpet and half on linoleum, so it does move a little bit. But also was a little trick to level it because obviously this side is on linoleum, so I got to have the levelers extended out a little farther. The joys of having a half-finished basement and being right on the border of one room to another. The microphone I'm actually using right now is in a Microsoft webcam. This camera right here has got the microphone built into it. That's what I'm using. Funny thing is, for work, I have a nice $300 microphone right behind me with a really nice Rodecaster Pro and all that fun stuff, but that's all used for work and is entirely separate from my streaming setup, so the two shall never mix. Yeah, I was looking at either the Snowball or the Blue Yeti. But I was also, I have some other nice Shure microphones that I was thinking of just getting maybe a, like a Scarlett interface. And just plugging a microphone into that. Because I could just pull over a mic stand with a regular, Shure microphone on it and use that as well. But this isn't plugged into anything because I don't have an interface for it right now. I have some old DJ gear. I was thinking of pulling one of those out, but that would have been more work than I wanted to do today. I have a broadcast engineering background, so around the house I have all sorts of different interfaces and microphones and cables, and just what do I really want to get into? Or I could just be simple and plug a USB mic in. Yeah, it is a lot easier to go with the USB mic. when I first set up my first stream, I had two webcams. One was a HP, and then I had this other Microsoft cam. It's made for laptops. It has a very, very short cord on it, but it is an HD cam, and it's got a decent picture, and the microphone's not too bad. That's why I haven't rushed out to buy a new mic yet. But it's only 30 frames, whereas the other two cameras I have do 60. And I suppose it really doesn't matter too much because it's just me talking, but I suppose at some point I could upgrade that and go with a separate mic. Oh boy, 2 misses right there. Oh! I wasn't aiming for that, but well. At some point, I would love to. At some point, I would love to replace these two forms right here with Cliffy's. One, I mean, these have got a bit of wear on the end of them from the ball hitting them, but I would love to eliminate that hop where you hit the flippers.
Gorgar.
Hey, welcome in, TK. Hey, thanks. Love Gorgar. Gorgar is not showing me any love tonight, though. Ooh. Yeah, I think I was reading that Cliffy is backed up several months in his orders. Popular guy, and he keeps busy with his regular job. So I probably should put an order in sooner than later. This Gorgar is all original except for the back glass. It's replacement back glass on it, but it's all original plastics and all original play field. Well loved. Plays okay. Probably would play a lot better with a different player. Yeah, that's true. You know, if it's something that's common to a couple different games, he might have a few extra ones. I didn't even think about that. Oh, boy. Couldn't save that one. At least this game is not as heavy as Honey or Big Guns. Big Guns, you start to feel it in your shoulders as you nudge that game around.
Gorgar.
It's got some weight to it. Why you gotta do me like that, Gorgar? Let me get a flip in, please. There was someone in the Gorgar Facebook group who was showing off that they had added the lane change option to their game. That's where you wire up a extra switch, a flipper switch, to the playfield slam tilt, and you put the different ROM in it, and then you can change the lanes up there. A little bit of cheating, but you know.
Gorgar.
You know, a 4-player game. A 12-ball game, if you will. Unless I earn the extra ball. I don't think I've earned any extra balls yet tonight. I like to do 20-ball games on my EM just to exercise the score reels. Burn a little dust off the contacts. This game, it doesn't do anything, but test your endurance a little bit. Come on.
Gorgar.
Oh, man. Those outlanes are evil. They wanted you to pump quarters into this game in the arcade. And they found that perfect balance of just enough fun and just enough annoying to make you keep coming back for more.
Got you.
I do have a copy of the Gorgar record that was available in the trade folder for this. It's a little flexible red record. But they took some liberties with the voices on it. There's recordings of it on YouTube as well, but the recordings on that are not the same ones that are in the game. It's an actor, reading lines. And if you bought the game expecting to hear what you hear on the record, you'd be surely disappointed. But it's a neat little novelty item, and one of these days I'll get around to framing it and put it on the wall. Sometimes I kick myself for flipping.
Got you.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that that didn't happen. And that too. I might have... Oh, boy. That right out lane is going to be the death of me tonight. One game, 100,000. My goodness.
Gorgar.
Oh, let's see here. I got time for a couple more games here.
Gorgar.
There was a pinball meditation lounge about an hour away from me that was open for 2 or 3 years. It has since closed down so that the owner could concentrate on his... he does like New Age seminars, that kind of stuff. But he had a Gorgar in there as well. And his Gorgar had the different color inserts than mine. It also had shorter legs on it. It sat lower. And I think he had 27-inch legs on that instead of the 28.5s. This has got 28.5s on it.
Gorgar.
But it felt weird being down lower. Man. Made Gorgar angry.
Got you.
Oh, wow! Somebody clip that, please. Oh, no saving that. What did that? Oh, yeah. There is a post with a rubber on it right there. Must have hit that just right to bounce that back up.
Gorgar. You beat me.
Alright, still high score of 274.
Gorgar beat me.
We'll get one more try here, and then we'll call it a night.
Gorgar beat.
Still trying for that elusive 300,000 score tonight. I can say with most certainty that I have never rolled this game. I think I'd probably have to park a truck in the outlanes in order to roll this thing, because those outlanes will get you.
Gorgar.
Oh, like that.
Got you.
We cracked 100,000. Ah.
Gorgar.
Well, we didn't get our 300,000 tonight, but this won't be the last time I stream Gorgar, and we'll have to pick up where we left off next time. That's going to do it for the stream tonight. I'll be back again probably Sunday morning, and I don't know if I'm streaming Gorgar again Sunday morning or if I'll switch over to Space Shuttle or Big Guns. I'm going to have to think about that one. If I do stream Gorgar, maybe I'll do it with the alternate sounds, with the beeps and the boops instead of the sound effects and the speech. If you have any preference, put it in the chat. Let me know. And you can help sway what I do on Sunday morning when I stream. So, yeah, out of the games that I probably will stream, it'll either be Space Shuttle, Big Guns, or Gorgar. I streamed Honey last week, so I'm not going to go back to that on Sunday. But either Space Shuttle, Big Guns, or Gorgar. One of those three. If you have any preference, put it in the chat. Let me know. And I'll see you guys on Sunday morning. Hey, thanks for joining me. Hey, make sure you give me a follow and turn on that alert bell so you know when I'm streaming again. And every follow helps me get a little closer to my goal. Appreciate you joining me. Thanks.